We have Taft on to talk about the story out of Houston. Of course, we had him on before. This just unbelievably strange story where this young brother shot and killed in his front yard. Cops roll up unmarked cars. He doesn't have no idea who they are. They claim that he fired at them, but we showed the video. We didn't hear any shots fired from him. They've now filed this federal lawsuit against the 4 Houston police officers who shot and killed him in February. And so Charion Lockett was a young man, a graduate, Sam Houston State University. And so, Taft, tell us about this lawsuit against these 4 officers, as well as the Houston police chief.
Okay, well, Brother Martin, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. And I firmly believe that there is no better forum in the entire country for speaking truth to justice than your show. And so on behalf of all people who look and act and walk and talk like me, I'm very thankful for having you as a venue.
Appreciate it.
It is impossible to discuss this case without first talking about the devil. The devil is a wolf in sheep's clothing that disguises himself under a cloak of justice. And this devil appears in every civil lawsuit filed against a municipality or police officer in America. The devil that I'm referring to is called qualified immunity. As you are well aware and you've discussed on your show repeatedly, qualified immunity is a standard that has been passed down through case decisions in the federal court system for years and years and years. This standard holds the police to a higher degree than it holds the average citizen with respect to answering for civil rights violations. And so let's just get that out the way. Anytime you file a lawsuit in the United States against a police officer, you're up against this devil that we call qualified immunity. And this devil requires a number of things get pled into your lawsuit. The first thing that the lawsuit had to do was show a pattern and practice of previous violations against police officers in the city of Houston. We've got that. The same officers involved in this lawsuit have been involved in a pattern and practice of aggressive behavior, police brutality, and countless other incidents involving the violation of civil rights in America. When you see them pull up, as you have on your screen right now, with a gun held out the window, that is a clear-cut violation of a person's Fourth Amendment right that protects you against unlawful searches and seizures. You do not hear them saying, "Stop, freeze, police." They're required to announce themselves, and the lawsuit includes allegations about them violating standard protocol with respect to apprehending a suspect. The second thing that this lawsuit alleges is poor training and supervision. And last but not least, qualified immunity, in order to get over that hurdle, we've got to establish clear established law that was violated. And what that means is that we've got to show Supreme Court decisions and circuit court decisions that are directly on point with the same type of aggressive brutality and violations of civil rights that you see on the camera right now. And we believe that we've done that in this lawsuit. Before I move on, I just want to say, Brother Roland, that our Congress and President need to do more to act to abolish qualified immunity in America. It's an unfair standard. It's unfair to the average American citizen that the rules are different for the police than they are for us. And I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a courtroom and faced a smug look on attorneys' faces that represent the state, because when they walk in those doors, that they have the devil on their side. So I've got to fight against them. I've got to fight against this devil called qualified immunity. And the facts aren't good enough. You don't even get to the facts in a civil rights case in the United States of America that involves a police officer unless you satisfy these hurdles called qualified immunity. Now, I believe we've done that in this lawsuit. I think this case is clear cut. Our client does not pull a gun on anybody on video. The police pulled up on him without announcing themselves as officers. And then there's several things wrong with the warrants that they secured in order to even have probable cause to arrest our client. What your viewers need to understand, Brother Roland, is that the police officers and criminals who break the law are on a level playing field when it comes to stupidity. It takes a certain level of officer to put false, misleading information in a warrant, as we believe occurred in this case. The facts pled in our lawsuit clearly established that the officers, in order to secure this warrant, had to get 2 bites at the apple. And what's strange in this case is that the first warrant doesn't match the second warrant. When you compare the information from the first warrant to the second warrant, it's 2 completely different sets of circumstances when it comes to the interview of the individual who they relied on to secure this warrant. So I believe that we have pled a good case of a civil rights violation. Unfortunately, we can't bring this young man back, but what we can do is see to it that his family gets the justice that they deserve. The picture that you're showing is the picture of a young man who graduated, who has a bachelor's degree, who has a master's degree in criminal justice, and was studying for the law school admissions test at the time these officers pulled up and shot him down in the doorway of his home. We can't bring Charion Lockett back, but we will do everything that we can in our power to see to it that his family gets some modicum of justice and that these officers have to answer for these cold, callous, unreasonable death of a loving, caring, law-abiding citizen of Houston, Texas.
Taft Foley, we appreciate you speaking about this federal lawsuit and laying it out. We certainly can't wait to see what the reaction from the city of Houston is going to be.
Back to our Roland Martin unfiltered video in just one moment.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way.
Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on there.
Hey, Black, I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?